All right, everyone. Good to have you joining. Welcome to OlyLife. It's our community for wellness, for community, and our collective growth. Super excited you've joining us. You could have been doing anything else, but you've chosen to share the next few minutes with us on something that undeniably will be mind blowing if you pay attention and put off all forms of distraction. Fasten your seatbelt as the next few minutes will be an interesting ride for us all. But as always, before I begin, please let me know where you are joining us from. Let me know where you are joining us from in the next few seconds. So let's see who and who is here and from where across the world. Where are you joining us from? Okay, I'm seeing, yeah, Zimama join us from the city of Port Harcourt. Thank you very much. Port Harcourt is represented. TLT join us all the way from Abuja. Wow. Okay, that is where they are counting 200. Okay. T-Bill is joining us from Jos, and Dio Christiana join us from the Jos Play too. Thank you guys. And I'm saying, oh wow, Chudi Goyol, thank you for joining us all the way from the UK. Augustina Joyan is joining us all the way from Las Gide, Lagos. And is joining us from Lagos. Super times here. And I'm super excited. As I am also reaching us out from the city of Lagos. So diverse, but again, we are connected on one platform. So on behalf of the team, I want to say welcome and welcome everybody to OlyLife. But first, before we dive in, who is behind the screen? Well, my name is Solomon James. I've been in this space for about 22 years. I went to school. I read mineral resources engineering. I went back to school. I read petroleum engineering. I read industrial chemistry. Now, with all of this, what I have to say today hasn't to do with any of those certifications. Now, first, I'm a wellness enthusiast, very passionate about wellness. I'm very passionate about educating people, breaking things into simple terms that people will be able to understand. But beyond all of this, I am a personal developer. Now, I don't want to have a form of godliness and denying the power thereof. You educate people, and yet there is no money in the purse. So it's not a typo, it's not personal developer, it's a personal developer. So part of what we'll be doing on this call tonight is helping you to build a purse of your own. If you are ready and you like the sound of that you are a personal developer, then let's go. Now, let's begin with this man. Some of us know him. Some of us, well, probably you've heard of him. Not you may not even know him, but you've heard of him. His name is Albert Einstein. Now, he said the future medicine will be medicine of frequencies many years ago. Now, it didn't seem like it. People didn't understand what he was talking about. I mean, if you've seen pictures of Albert Einstein, the guy looks as if he's mad. You're seeing all those alpha numeric numbers on the screen, and people just relate that to him. He was like, this guy's a psycho. So imagine us at that time telling people that future medicine will be medicine of frequency. The lines were not coming together, the puzzles were missing. Well, to also buttress this point was somebody called Nikola Tesla. Now, if you have watched the movie or the documentary, The Men Who Built America, I have it. I bought the original back then when it came out. Now, Nikola Tesla is one person who actually is an inventor, is an American, Serbian American inventor, and who actually brought innovation into our modern world that we're all enjoying today. Now, but he said something to also align with what Albert Einstein had said. He said, if you want to find the secret of the universe, then you've got to think in terms of energy. You've got to think in terms of frequency and vibration. What were these inventors seeing that we were not catching on? He said, our entire biological system, the brain, the earth itself, everything is working on the same frequency. Now, for some of us, we are aware that the idea that the carports contributes to their legendary nine lives. We will tell you, cats have 9 lives. And because you see a cat sick today, tomorrow they are bouncing up everywhere, and you're wondering, oh, are you not dead? They say, no, they have 9 lives. Probably they just use their second life. Some people felt it was a myth. No, today this is grounded in science, this is grounded in biology, because the cats themselves, they have this low core frequency called purring between 25 to 50 hertz. And this low frequency range helps them to heal. They are beginning to find the impact in helping their bone density and fracture repair. And you know what must work for mammal begins to work for higher mammals, humans. They found this low density very useful, that their tissues were repairing very fast and their wounds were healing because of this low frequency vibrations. Then they found out it was very helpful for their pain relief and muscle maintenance. So when they say cats have 9 lives, the secret has been unveiled. Well, whoever solves the biggest problem today gets paid the biggest paycheck. I want to understand that the world today is bedeviled by lots of problems. Which of these are you solving? Because again, whoever solves the biggest problem gets paid the biggest paycheck. So the question tonight is, what are these biggest problems? When you look at the health and fitness space, everybody is trying to keep fit in one way or the other. Some of us know we are not fit. We are making the attempt. It's a big space. It's a big problem. The weight loss, it's another big space, and all the people changing diets. After you have dieted for about 3 months, you go back and you eat your gari and man, something must kill a man. It's a big space to cover. Longevity. People want to live long. Nobody wants to die. Preventive medicine. Rather than being reactive to sicknesses, we are trying to prevent them so that they don't even come in the first place. Then, if depending on the country and the space where you are, income inflation and cost of living, it's a big problem. Everybody, as much as possible, is trying to solve this problem. So the question tonight is, what if there was a company you could promote to solve all these problems? Now, the secret is about to come out, because that's where OlyLife comes in. We are partnering with a company called OlyLife. It's the Champions Choice, and you will understand you don't need to win the Champions League to be on OlyLife. If you are an OlyLife partner, you are a Champions League winner for life. Okay? What's the meaning of OlyLife? It's the combination of 2 words, the Olympic life. Now, Oli is taken from Olympics. You cannot be a top performer and or they take an average person to the Olympic. You know, that's a peak event. Everybody's representing their country. So they take the best of the best to represent them. If I ask you, what one name do you know in the Olympic space? Some of us might be thinking about the Jamaicans, okay? The Bolt. You might be thinking about maybe our Toby Express. You might be thinking about the East Africans. But listen, they were peak performers. For you and your life and your destiny, you must play at peak level if you truly want to thrive and soar. So OlyLife is making sure people are operating at their peak level. Now you can enjoy the life. So that's why we have OlyLife, which is the Olympic life. Now, this company has been around for a couple of years, but way back in 2022, they had begun operation, and we are just talking about just less than 4 years because it's December now. But they have advanced R&D, which is research and development. They have their own laboratories in Sweden and in Germany, with currently as at March this year, they already have about 1,000 plus patents, 1,000. The rate at which they are creating things. Now, for some of us, we are seeing the iPhone 8, iPhone 9. No, most of those things have been preset. What they will be creating in the next 20 years is already on ground. They are just unveiling them one after the other. So why people think the patent was 150, it was 160, it was 170, it's 1,000 plus. That is to tell you the company is already futuristic in what they are doing, and they are patenting it, because if it's something anybody can just latch on, then they would have done it. So if you are innovating something, leading a pack, you patent it with European certifications and all their accessories of top quality. Today, they have global presence in Singapore, with branches in Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Hong Kong. And this month of June, they're expanding into the US. Now, you see a lot of countries and regions where they are already established. Don't somebody might be saying, when will they be coming to Africa? Just hold on. Okay, the iPhone, they don't have their factory here. We're all using it. There are many things that are not here. As long as it can impact you positively, you will go for it. Within their first 2 years, they operated just within 3 countries: Singapore, Malaysia, and Taiwan. 3 countries, and they made a sale of over 1 billion US dollars coming out of 3 countries. So understand, today people are catching in and they are seeing the spread. Now, let me be upfront. You begin to see a lot of people trying to say, if this company can use this product and create this massive sales, let's begin to create fake of this product. Or sometimes I saw a product. Once you are doing that kind of number, people begin to want to piggy bank on it. So they have their factory in Germany. They have in mainland China, again, for cheaper labor, not cheaper product, cheaper labor, because they have different segments of moving to make sure it's well assembled. Then they have another factory in New Zealand. To show the quality is not just so we have a product, it is aligned with global standards. So they make sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed, that the product are meeting the standard. And also telling you that when we say this product have PMF devices in them, technologies, or the terahertz technologies, they are certified so and safe. But let's come into why we're having this discourse. Because today we're having the global wellness crisis, and it's on the rise. Why health innovation is mattering to us more than ever. According to WHO 2022 record, it shows that 42% of the global adults are obese. Oh, some of us might quote the scripture, the righteous shall be fat and flourishing. But I hope it is truly fat and flourishing, and not that the person is getting out of shape and balance and the health is being impacted, because this is a major contributor to preventable chronic conditions. According to WHO also, physical inactivity contributes to 1 in 10 premature deaths globally. And you will agree with me, this is becoming a norm. People spend an average of 9.5 hours per day sitting, and this increasing the risk of cardiovascular issues, back problems, and metabolic diseases. Again, these data are coming from the World Health Organization. So where are we going with this? The company we are partnering with, OlyLife, is using 2 core technology in addressing these issues: the PEMF and the terahertz. And what this is focused on is helping people to activate and revitalize their cells, is helping to promote meridian flow, detoxification, enhancing microcirculation and metabolism, fat burning and body sculpting, and helping with pain, inflammation, and fatigue relief. So let's talk about PMF. PMF is also known as the pulse electromagnetic field, which uses the pulse to stimulate your body at the cellular level. If you have a little knowledge of biology or science, and you go back to your integrated science, that the cell is smaller in your body. From the cell, you have the tissue, you have the organ, you have the system, you have the man. If anything has the ability to alter the state of the man, then it must be addressing the fundamental unit, which is the cell. So when you now have a technology that is helping to stimulate your body at a cellular level, that you want to pay attention. And people are seeing increased benefit, including improved circulation, reduced pain, reduced stress, improving sleep, quality, detoxifying the body, fighting diseases, and much more. All of these without drugs and medications. Today, we have a medicated society. Some persons are placed on pills and medications for the rest of their life. So the system is asking, how can we circumvent this and give people things that are non-invasive? And that's where this technology is coming in. The terahertz frequency is a different technology that is blowing people's mind, and in its approach and its application, of which we will see. Now, there is a book I would like to recommend. It's called The Fifth Element of Health, PMF, The Fifth Element of Health, by Dr. Brent Mayers. Now, having done a research on PMF and seeing how NASA originally got this technology started, because when they send their astronauts to space, they found out that many of them came back almost immobile. Their bodies are atrophied because you're operating in a zero density gravity space. So they don't use their bodies, they float and all of that. And they had to spend thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their body back. So this doctor began researching and putting an interesting finding. Finding from this book reveals that PMF promotes repair and regeneration of damaged tissues. That PMF is helping to cure osteoporosis. PMF is curing nervous system diseases. Take note of all of this, because you might know somebody that might need this. It's helping to cure eye diseases, osteoarthritis, repairing bone loss. It's taking care of alopecia. It's taking care of diabetic complication, improving microcirculations. It's promoting revascularization. And it's preventing a lot of cardiovascular condition, and it's promoting cancer cell inactivity. So rather than the cancer cells spreading, is beginning to contain it. And all of this have a lot of medical backups. Again, please do read this book. Yes, on yesterday's call, people were able to download this. So if you have not gotten yours, please reach out to who invited you, and probably on our various groups, you'll be able to get this. Now, this image is coming from about just after the pandemic. Now, NASA was able to solve their problem of their astronauts and people who go to space coming back looking like jelly beans and all of that. Now, what they did was to now introduce the PMF into their space shuttles, so that when they go there, they turn those things on, connecting the people with the earth frequency and keeping their body in check. But now, during the pandemic and just a little after the pandemic, they didn't know how this was going to continue, how long. Many of us didn't know. I mean, for the first time, the world was like Uber, trip cancelled. They canceled the trip of the world. Everyone was in a shutdown. Everyone was locked. And you know what? Let's not fall off space. Let's turn off this PMF device so that we can conserve energy. Elon Musk had to come to the rescue, sending his space shuttle to bring these guys down. And as you can see, none of them could stand. Because after the 70s that NASA was able to introduce PM into their shuttle, they come out, you see them waving and all of that. But many years after, just turning off the PMF, it shows you what happens to the body without the PMF. So when they bring them in, what do? They take them into this hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars devices for a space of 2 to 3 months to get their body reworked and connected back so that their muscles, their bones, everything begin to come back alive. Now, that technology that was out of reach, that was only for the celebrities, for NASA's, for the politicians, and hidden, just so that we don't even know, is being democratized. That right now it's available to every household. Let's take you behind the scene of the evolution of the PM technology. Now, as early 20th century, some of us, if you do a little reading, because I've done some stuff around EMF also, we'll begin to talk about the EMF technology emerging. We'll talk about the electromagnetic field and radio frequencies and all of that. In the late 20th century, they became some aware around their effect, the cardiovascular, what's it called, cancer-related issues, and how EMF is beginning to affect our lives and is exposing people to some health concerns. Then again, the 60s to the 70s, the discovery of the PMF, where NASA had to use it to rescue their astronauts. Well, in the 2000s, they started looking at the evolution where this was now being applied to wellness. But again, just like I said, it was beyond your reach. You needed hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars to access this. It was exclusive. But just after the pandemic, OlyLife was able to democratize this. They said, let's step back and make this thing available to everyone. And that's why we're having this conversation tonight. Let's take a look at the benefits of the PMF, what we call the bioelectromagnetic field. Number one is helping to dredge your meridian. As many of us will know, we have about 12 principal channels of your meridian. Is connected to your spleen, to your kidney, to your lungs, and different parts. So imagine the pathway or your drainage being blocked. How do you think your body will fare? Being on this device and using this technology is helping people to dredge their meridian. It's promoting blood circulation. So people are seeing that their blood vessels are being dilated, and it's reducing blood flow resistance and blood viscosity. And with our lifestyle also, just go to the spare part market and see some of our Eastern brothers. They finish their market, they sit down with their bottles of beers, collect ngwongwo, collect ishewu, collect all of this, abacha, and they eat all those things with oily stuff, and they say, give me cold beer, mortuary standard, as if they are going there. They are clogging their arteries, so the blood viscosity is slowing down, and you begin to complain of high blood pressure. This is helping to increase your blood circulation, and if that can truly be done, a lot of people complain of high blood pressure will be seeing improved result. It's helping to improve metabolism because it's supplying nutrients to the cell. Remember, your cell still needs to feed. Now, because the blood is flowing, this is supplying the nutrients to the cell, enhancing metabolic and energy metabolism. Is revitalizing the cells, is eliminating blood waste, is regulating our digestive system. Now, for some of us who have used this device, you begin to see the frequency of your bowel movement. You go to the restroom freely. So, wow, you're as if you are getting a detox and all of that. This is what is happening. It's improving sleep. I mean, this was a major one for me. Now, I'm one person that, like I told you, I'm a health enthusiast, so I'm very cautious of what I eat, what I drink, and all of those. And I work a lot, as much as many of us on this call. But once it's Sunday, it's my day off. It's my me time after church. I sleep in. For years, it's a culture, it's a tradition, is a ritual for me. So sleeping on Sundays is something I rarely do. So when Leader Talatu got me on this and got my machine, the machine sent to me, I received the machine on a Saturday. I didn't open it. I didn't use it until Sunday after church. I turned on the machine, brought it home, and I climbed on it. 30-minute session. I was struggling. It was struggling to stay awake. Once the session was done, I was knocked off. Well, for me, I do know I don't need 8 hours of sleep, a short hour, and my body is back. But I mean, I think I did that around 3 o'clock, 3:30, till about 8 o'clock or so when my wife came back. I was sleeping very deep. When she came in, I could barely see her. She was just like a figure of speech, just cloudy, and like I just dozed off till the next morning. That was when I knew the power of this device because it's helping to stimulate the pineal gland, which helps to produce melatonin. And you know, melatonin is one of those factors that helps your body to get that rest level that you truly need. It's helping to reduce inflammation responses. So people are seeing improved inflammation responses because it's increasing the permeability of the blood vessels, and all those inflammatory factors are being reduced. It's supporting bone health. Now we talk about the cat pouring and how this is helping. It helps reduce bone loss and muscle atrophy. So you see people who, again, especially our elderly people, because they don't walk much, they are losing their bone strength, they are losing their bone density, their muscles are getting atrophied. Please, they need this device because it is helping. It's helping to support healthy blood sugar levels. As you are going to see in one of the testimonies, people are giving amazing results how users of PMF experience are experiencing relative stable blood glucose level. It's supporting muscle health. It's also helping with weight management and healthy eating. So when you look at all of this benefit, you're asking, why shouldn't I be using this technology? And it's backed by clinical researches and studies. So you can go online and do your research and you see different bodies of studies backing what this is doing and says it does. Then we talk about the terahertz, which is another technology that was added to the device. It takes it to another level, helping to activate our cellular energy, not just feeding the cell. People are now feeling the energy from the inside out. It's improving your blood flow with three major factors that people experience once they get on this device. It serves as a cell energizer, is boosting brain and nerve function. I've listened to stories and testimonies how people say this thing is also helping to change their mood. Why? It's supporting their brain and mood. So first of all, think of your body as a smartphone. Over time, it runs low on battery. Okay, so rather than carry power bank that you are charging as you go, you can always recharge yourself when you come back at least twice a day. I will take you through this technology. Everything we are talking about here, you can find their advantages, their uses, and their benefits on pubmed.gov. And this is a very verified clinical medical site where things posted here truly have gone through a lot of checks. So let's talk about our products quickly. We have a lot of health-related home appliances. Again, like I said, you are going to see the pricing of all of this. They are home appliances. Some of us are using different gadgets. It looks like it because it's a carry-on. You can use it wherever you go. Now, our flagship product is called the Therapy 90, which again has the PMF installed and the terahertz installed here. So this PMF physical therapy with dual energy support easily helps people to achieve a smart therapy lifestyle. So when you look at what this is doing, it is mind-blowing. Some people think it's a scale. I need to stand on it. I said, no, you don't stand on it. Once you put your feet on it, the grounding effect. Many of us are having a disconnect with the world. Now, sorry, I'm not a city boy. I grew up in the village. I put my feet on the ground. But today, if your child runs out of the house, I say, oh yeah, Junior, go back, wear your slippers. Was that how you grew up? Little wonder our immunity was so strong. We fought against diseases and germs. We were connected to the earth. Today we are rubberized. We are just cut off from connecting. And so this is getting you back to earth and circulating the value from your feet upward. Then we have the Terra P plus, which again, many people today are beginning to look, I want the therapy plus because it has extra functional additions and skin rejuvenation device, wellness relaxation device is the world's first PMF integrated technology with one machine, and you can use it for with over 7 experiences and its approaches. Okay, so people are excited experiencing the therapy 90. It also has a bigger foot part because for some of us our legs are like caterpillar, and when they put their leg on the P90 it's as if you need extra space. So if you are a big footed person, then you might need the P plus because it's the plates are large enough to cover your feet. So and has other advantages. But again, we'll just be talking about a few of this. Then we talk about the A9 Bama negative ion. I've listened to a lot of leaders and done some research on the Bama space. There's a place called Bama. You go there and you see the air and everything there just speaks longevity. Things are different. Now, this device is trying to create the same environment. We live in a very polluted environment. And I'm going to tell people, you know what? You just need to listen to CNN. Every time they are probably doing the news or whatever program, they now say air quality. You now see Sweden. You will see Singapore. You know, once they begin to come into Africa and they mention Lagos, you know the quality is totally different. What if we have a device that can sanitize that space for you so that you can live a much more healthier life? So this smart purification device is helping you to build a healthy lifestyle, ensuring that our health and that of our family is well preserved. Then we'll talk about the Galaxy G1, which is smart eye massager. I'll be coming to talk about that. Then we have the Vitality, OlyLife Vitality 1, which is equipped with the light of life. This contains a lot of terahertz wave. You can point it to exactly where you want, maybe targeted areas and all of that. It's a must-have. Then I think about 3 weeks ago, we had a product. Some of us might have seen the H-bar, but the H-bar has been replaced with this W29 Pro Hydrogen-Rich water machine. I'm super excited to see what this is all about and when it comes out, because I am one person who is also like a water expert of some sort. I've used devices that I mean like it, I just cannot do without every single day. The last 4 years, that's what myself and my family would drink. The device cost about $5,000. Okay, and we are using it because of the health impact and import of that device. So I'm super excited that they're also bringing up something which will be released later this year, and then we'll see how it goes. Then they have other cutting edge devices. They have the Only Watch. They have the Skyline sanitary pads. Just like I said, I've not used the Skyline sanitary pad. Maybe when I enter menopause, I will find out how that works. Then we'll talk about but again, Lida Talato has shared, they said she used it and it's amazing. Okay, so probably if you need more light, I will allow my amazing leaders to share how that helps you. Then talk about the shaking massager, which is helping people to sculpt their body, burn fat, visceral fat around the belly, and those stubborn fat. This device is melting them like Kilode. Then we have the Holy Spring device coming up. Now, all we've seen here with our flagship OlyLife product and this suite of product are the amazing combination of the PMF and terahertz and what it does, helping to support comfort, vitality, and an active lifestyle, which is what everybody will need. It's encouraging natural fat metabolism and body toning. Everybody wants that. Energizes and rejuvenates at the cellular level. Now you have your energy back again. It's helping to support detox pathway and inner balance. I have one of my friend who came to who was at my office and used the device. 10 minutes of using the device, he said, "Please turn it off." I said, "Why?" He said, "I need to use the restroom." His detox was so instant within 10 minutes. So imagine people getting detox, because when was the last time you truly detox yourself? So again, these are no drugs. These are no, you're not swallowing anything. Just being on a device and everything is moving within you. It encourages natural energy flow and harmony, and is helping to support healthy circulation and metabolic function. Now, one of the unique thing about this product, it's powerful function that we've seen at play. Now, if you are using the P90, it's the sessions are timed to 30 minutes. It counts down. It's a 30-minute session. If you are using the P plus, the timing is around 20 minutes. Okay, higher intensity, shorter time. Now, but the P90 is 30 minutes time down. Now, maximum of 2 sessions per day. Okay, so you do one in the morning, 30 minutes, do 30 minutes later in the evening. But between one session and your next session, there should be a minimum of 4 hours difference. Minimum of 4 hours. Please don't do it and say, I beg, I want to make it work well. Then the next 30 minutes, you are doing another 30 session. Please don't do that. Now, one 30-minute therapy session on this device is equivalent to having 10 moxibustion sessions done. I've had this session. I think that was either in Thailand. I was in Thailand and I was able to experience this. 20 cupping sessions is equivalent to having 130 therapy session on our P90. Myself and my wife, we had some we were Singaporeans or Thailand stuff. They were not Filipinos. Somewhere in Lagos, I was going with my wife to go and do the cupping sessions. And by the time they cup my back, my entire back would just be like Agbalumo, very red and all of that, because we're trying to relieve the stress. But imagine just a 30-minute session and we are doing this. Guys, it was also expensive. Some of us will be proud to go for our massage sessions. So it could be the aromatic, it could be the deep tissue. I've also done those. But imagine you need 30 sessions of this to have what 130 session, 30 minutes therapy session on this device also give it. Then you think about those who are going for the hard workout, the 2 hours cardio workout. It's equivalent to just having a 20-minute session here with this device. So if you have a 2 session of in the morning and the evening, you've done 4 hours of cardio workout. Now, one of the things you will agree with me, for many of us who use this device, you will notice that though you are seated, you are not moving. For some of us, as the strength intensity begins to increase, people begin to sweat. So it's about, I'm not moving. I said, because that's how it's working. The strength of frequency of 1 to 2 is equivalent to somebody who is taking a walk. You are just taking a walk. And listen, for every day, we sit a lot and all of that, you need to walk. Our elderly people, that's why they are losing their bone density and all that, because they are not moving. So sometimes, Papa, waka small. Once they move 2-3 steps, they sit down again. Now, imagine that they just have a 30-minute session and now their body is moving. It's equivalent. Even though they are seated, the body internally is responding to that walk. When you go to frequency 3 to 4, you are equivalent to somebody who is now taking a brisk walk. Brisk walk a little bit faster. And once you begin to go brisk, you begin to feel the warmth in your body. Some of us begin to see that moist coming out of your body. It's a brisk walk. But you on the machine, you're also having that experience. When you now go 5, 6, you are equivalent to somebody jogging. And people begin to feel the sweat coming from their armpits and their body is looking more moist and drenched. Why? It's equivalent to you jogging. You cannot jog and you are not sweating. Then when you now go 5 to 7, you are sprinting. That's why people find out that it's like they are feeling warm and all of that. This is what this is doing. 30-minute session. Tell me why you wouldn't want to get one of these today. So pick any of these flashy products because, first of all, they've shown effectiveness in non-union fractures, teach things that have to do with the bone, venous ulcers, depression, arterial bleeding, and so much more. Basically, what we are doing with this is bringing aerospace wellness to our everyday life. And trust me, there is more. We talk about one of the products, but you see, there is a reason why the company brought that product to be, because there is a global eye strain crisis. According to World Health Organization 2023 report, 2.2 billion people are living with preventable eye strain issues. And you are watching this using a smart device, perhaps your laptop, your Mac, whatever it is, will get to strain our eyes. Children today are exposed to screen times of 6 hours plus per day. Those days, you need to begin to age before you use the lens. But today, with early use of these devices, it's impacting them. Overexposure to blue light can lead to digital eye fatigue. Some of us, our eyes are getting fatigued. Prolonged exposures to EMF may also alter our biological rhythms. So we are seeing these common eye wellness concerns, and it is growing. All right? Now, common among a lot of people, especially the age related eye issues for people as they begin to 35, 40 and above, things begin to change. People are now moving from having their normal vision, they are seeing cataract again, which is a leading cause of blindness worldwide. So please, you need this to pause that and probably see how it helps. Glaucoma is one of the 3 leading causes of blindness. Macular degeneration, one of the 3 leading causes of blindness. Diabetic retinopathy is what very severely affects the vision, and it's irreversible. You don't want to get there because people are prone to blindness once they get into this level. Then you see the dry eyes and blurred vision and retinal detachment, which is severely affecting visual quality. So why are we talking about this? World Report on Vision 2020 shows that globally there are 1.8 billion people with presbyopia. And some of us, you want to read something, even maybe your phone, your Bible, or you need to stretch it. Once you begin to stretch it backward and give it some distance to read, that is what we are talking about, presbyopia. You need the next device we'll be talking about. 600 million people with cataract, 196 million people with age-related macular degeneration, 146 million people with diabetic retinopathy, and 46 million people with glaucoma. This is seriously, I think, in state of the emergency. And that's where the Galaxy G1 is coming in to resolve. With one core advantage, 3 key features, 4 unique technologies, and 7 eye protection mode, it begins to help. What's the core advantage here? This is the first equipment in the world, device in the world with PMF in it. So it's the PMF leading eye protection technology, equipped with the 7.8 hertz extremely low frequency. If you talk about the Schumann waves, is the world's first extremely low frequency PMF eye care device. Now, this is not just another device. It's not like if you are entering the matrix. It is what it does. Now, when I have a few, maybe 20-minute session, a few sessions, and you are seeing through it, when you put to it, you are still seeing through it, you are doing your work, all of that. But number one is activating the eye cells. Remember, the cell plays, we have trillions of cells, the cells playing a major important role in every part of our life. So what is it doing? It's improving aging related issues such as the presbyopia. So if you are beginning to stretch things to see, you need this device because it's going to help activate the eye cells. Number 2 is promoting the repair and the regeneration of eye tissues. How does that help? It improves macular degeneration issues for those having that. It's relieving eye inflammation because the impact is now improving various inflammations such as bloodshot eyes. Not everybody are actually drinking and smoking, but their eyes are red. First of all, it will depend on where you live. In this economy, eye the red, okay? So, but now you need this device to calm that eye down so that you can see road. Number 4, it promotes eye blood circulation. And this is actually improving microcirculation, such as dark circle. It's some people around the eyes is turning dark. And you think it's just age related. It's not age related. The blood is not flowing much around there. The blood circulation is reducing. So imagine you now have something that is stimulating and causing the blood there. It begins to turn back. All right? The hand of time. So Galaxy G1 has a lot of applicable situation, relieving our eye strain, it's alleviating dryness in the eyes, is improving myopia and all the peers, it's reducing redness in the eyes, improving dark circle and puffiness, and improving conditions such as cataract, glaucoma, and macular degeneration. You've got to experience the smart eye massager and all it does. Then we talk about the shaking massager, which is another device that is helping people burn, sculpt their body, that stubborn visceral fat and all of that. This is the device. A 20-minute session on this, it's burning about 500 calories, 500 calories just with a 20-minute session on this. That's why when you see that the pricing of this shaking massager is the same with the P90, then you understand what is loaded in it. And people are using it for diverse effect. So it's a next generation smart device designed to help you target stubborn belly fat, sculpt your waistline, and support overall core wellness. And it's something you need to experience. Now, we have thousands of proof. These are no paid endorsers, paid freelancers. They are proven and tested. More than 2,000 testimonials, more than 10,000 medical reports, more than 200,000 happy users all over the world. You see this 56-year-old lady who had retired earlier because of severe knee pain as her cartilage was beginning to wear out. But just after using the P90 5 times in 3 days, 5 times. Now, I told you basically you should do 2 sessions a day, start in the morning, in the evening. So if she does the second day, morning, evening, that's 4 sessions. Then by the third day, probably do the morning. She was able to walk without her walker. Think about that change, that dramatic joy being brought to that family. Now she can walk again. Let's talk about Cameron Ridgway. She said my orthopedic doctor diagnosed arthritis in my feet to the point I could barely walk. I also had it in my left knee and a torn meniscus in the right knee. I use my daughter's P90 about twice a week on level 5 for about 6 weeks. I am now almost completely pain-free in my knees, going up and down the stairs. My feet are to the point I can wear heels again. He said, oh, I didn't mention that I'm 71 years old. And I received my own P90 for Christmas. Guys, don't wait for Christmas to receive your own P90. Once you receive your P90, your Salah has begun. Your Christmas has begun. That is how this is making people feel. An elderly woman was at my befitting center last week, and she just came, and she said she was complaining about arthritis on her fingers, the pains and all of that, and she just had a session. The next morning she was screaming. He said the relief is unbelievable. In fact, she still called me today. She wanted me to be to the sun. Guys, we are saving lives. This lady shared an amazing story. After using P90, her blood sugar went down to 5.5 from 7.2. You saw the research, now you are seeing the result without meds. Pain from compressed nerve reduced. Some people are complaining of nerve pain and all of that. This is working, guys. Said friends pain and water retention in legs improved. Legs became stronger. So rather than have feeble, weeble, wobble knees, you can strengthen them using this device. Friend's son in his 20s worked as a chef and saw pain in his leg and fatigue relief. So all those ushers, all those protocols, all those military personnel who do long time standing, that their waist, their legs are actually impacted. Please, they need this. Then let's talk about this beautiful one. More than 10 years of water retention in the feet. It got subsided with just 6 sessions. 6 sessions. Very visible, guys. 6 sessions. This is something I've been there for 10 years. Perhaps Uncle Lim would have thought I would die with this, but just 6 sessions. What is 6 sessions? 3 days. People have seen amazing results. The question is, why is this business booming? Why is this business hitting a home run? Why will they be doing $2 billion in sale within 3 years? How can a company do $1 billion within its first 2 years? Never had in history. Never had. I was part of a company many years ago, way back 2014 to I think 2014. They did 1 billion in sales in 6 years. They were the fastest in the world to do 1 billion in 6 years. And now you now have a company who is doing $1 billion in their first 2 years. And guess what? They did that operating in only 3 countries: Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan. Think about that. But I can tell you why this is happening. Our products are demonstrable. You demonstrate it, they feel it. That's why I call it a befitting experience. Everybody needs a befitting experience. Put that fit on the device. Put that fit. You can feel it. You feel the energy. You feel the heat. And listen, it's not a huge lifestyle change. Just putting your feet on the device and your life is changing. How difficult is that? This is why this is happening. But before you are wondering, I hope this is not in the millions of dollars. No. Our OlyLife investment and shipping is affordable. I use the word affordable. If you have an iPhone, if you have any Apple product, you can get this device, guys. Think about it. The most expensive product here is $1,500, which is the Therapy Plus. So in fact, less than $2,000. That is the Therapy Plus. It's the most expensive product of a company. And on Sunday, I still do my other thing that I do. We took 2 products of how much was that? Almost $4,000, almost $5,000. We sold 2 products. And then you are not talking of something that this is just a device. So if you are going for any Apple product, this shouldn't be what you worry about. So the Therapy 90 is $1,000. Shipping to Africa is $150. So you're paying $1,150. Somebody was asking me the other day, he said, so what's the Naira? I said, the day you are ready, we'll tell you the Naira. Because you give somebody the price today, the person hold that price for another 3 months. They now send you that money. No, we've got to check the price for that day. So please consult whoever invited you for, in case you want to pay in Naira. So you can pay in Naira, you can pay in crypto and all of that. But leaders will help you that. So you have the price list. Your shaking massager is a $1,000. And the shipping is the same with the P90. The Therapy Plus is, in fact, today I sold a shaking massager. Today I sold a Therapy Plus, $1,500. And today I also sold a G1, $500. So guys, people need this. We are helping people to live healthier. It's not just a sale, it's an investment. People are investing in there. So you think the person, in fact, there was one person that bought all 3 products. You think the person is stupid? It's an investment. You must see it that way. So if you're on this call, you've got 2 choices. Number 1, you can leave your family's health and wellness unprotected and say, after all, something must kill a man. Number 2, you can choose to start protecting your health and family with our OlyLife suits of product. That is the reason why we are sharing this, so that you don't say, I didn't know. Now, remember I said whoever solves the biggest problem gets paid the biggest paycheck. So let's take the next 10 minutes and show you how this is unveiling, because it's a quick career path to early retirement. And I'll tell you something, I'm a very realistic person. I've been in this space for about 22 years and I've seen a lot of things. I've seen people make money. But when I saw the numbers coming from OlyLife, it blew my mind. And I said, why didn't I take a look at this? Within 3 years, this company has created over $500 million earners. 500, not just that one person, and no, 500 in just 3 years plus. The question is, which other company do you know? You can type it with your full chest that in less than 3 years they produce 500. I'm not saying Naira, $1 million earners. If it's not working, you can't do that number. If it's not duplicatable, you can't do that number. So when I saw this, I said we are the right place. So the key to business is basically seizing the right moment. And trust me, the right moment is here. You plug in with $1,000 product, $2,000 product, $3,000 product. The business opportunity is right there for you. You are not buying a product plugs into the business. You're not reaching for the business again. You are globally ready. There is no authorship. There are daily payouts. Okay. And that's what I like. I mean, it's like people doing a job. You want that daily payout. High retention because the satisfaction and the results are basically amazing. Now, how is this playing out? We have a product purchases and first earning. And what are you doing here? You are basically choosing your entry point. So you can begin with a $1,000 worth of products. It's our entry level access to earning. You can get a $2,000 worth of product and you can get the $6,000 worth of product. So if I buy the P90, that's $1,000 worth of product. If I buy maybe the P Plus and the G1, that is a $2,000 worth of product, and you can do other combos based on your needs. But I'll tell you how to maximize it and how it will benefit you the more. So let's go. OlyLife is paying you in 6 ways. There are 6 amazing ways that those 500 millionaires plus are being created. Number 1 is what we call the team bonus, the performance bonus, the tier bonus, the group sales bonus, the coaching bonus, and the global pool shareholders bonus. Now, it runs more of on a binary system. Some of us, if you've been in this space, you should be aware or knowledgeable about the binary compensation plan, where you basically need 2 legs, one person on the right, one person on the left. Somebody said, why should you do that? I said, well, go and ask God. That is his model. Who shall I send? Jesus said, am I send me? He sent them, he sent him, he came in here, he got 12 downlines. He sent them out 2 by 2. Even Jesus ran a binary model and he sent them out. And they came back and said, we saw the devils collapsing. Jesus was running a binary model. And the Bible says, he that wins a soul is wise, and there is a reward. So God himself has a compensation plan. And God's compensation plan is binary. Every time he sends them out, it's 2 by 2. Don't you think God had OlyLife structure in mind when he was actually creating his own model? So you build 2 teams, left and right. You place your new affiliate on your left and on your right. And the idea basically is to balance them for maximum earning. But please, there is only one rule here. Your first sale will be going to your left. Everybody. Yes, I don't know. I want you to go to the, maybe somebody else. There's a spillover that have come to your right. So I want to know you. That's how it is. It is locked in. Everybody's first sale goes to the left. Now let's talk about the first one. It's what we call the team bonus. The team bonus is what some people call the upline bonus. What does that play? Now, you do not have control over this. It's your sponsor that has control over this, because every time your sponsor earn, you get to earn 5% of whatsoever they earn. So imagine your sponsor earns $10,000. You are going to earn $500, even if you have not brought one soul, even if you have not done one sale. Think about that. I've not seen this before, where you earn because your sponsor is earning. This is the real chop I chop, because if my sponsor is earning, I am earning. If your sponsor earns $1,000, you earn $500, and it cascades down. Now, there is a cap to what you earn. You earn up to ×3 of your initial product purchase. It's locked in. You cannot upgrade on this. So if I came in with a $1,000 product, I can earn up to a maximum of $3,000. If I came in with a $2,000 product, I can earn up to $6,000. If I came in with a $6,000 product, ×3 of that is $18,000. So the cost of your product is already returned back to you with some extra benefits and profit without you talking to anybody. I have one of my team members, he would just wake up, he said, what? I just saw money. He has not registered, but because we did some work. Now, like I told you, we've done some work today. Some team members will earn tomorrow, not because they did anything, but because their sponsor earned. Okay, so this is beautiful. Then we talk about the performance bonus, which is also known as our direct sales bonus. Now, this is basically getting 10% of PV, not 10% of the sales. So somebody buys $1,000 worth of product, you are not getting 10%, which is $100. You are getting 10% of the PV attached to that sale. Now, the PV or point value is 75% of the product purchase. So, for example, a $1,000 product is $750. So 10% of the 750, which is the PV, earns you $75, right? So this applies. What if they bought $2,000 worth of product? Then the PV on that will be 1.5. So that means your earning will be $75. What if they bought the 6,000? So you understand that is basically what it is. Now, the tier bonus, that now we've talked about the first bonus, okay, which is your uplines bonus. We've talked about the personal bonus where you are earning your 10%. Then now there's what we call the tier bonus. Now this is so beautiful because using a binary model, every time there is a sale on the left and the right, balancing apart. Let's say, for example, there's a $1,000 sales on the left, $1,000 on the right, which is $75. That's $150 you've earned. But the system says every time that balances one per line, you're adding an extra $375. Think about that. $375 plus $150, that's $525. Your first two sales will give you 50% back of your initial investment. How easy can this get? So what happened if I went for? You've gotten your money for your device back, and your device is with you for the rest of your life, and you are adding value to people, and some of them are seeing the value and coming in. And as those people begin to see the value and they make a sale to the left, to the right. Okay, remember everybody's first sale is falling to their left. So the A is bringing A dot A. The B is also bringing the same thing. Now, once it matches, you are earning 375, whether they are your direct or they are spillovers. This is where this is crazy because there is no cap to this bonus. So imagine that it cascades down up to 100 level of people coming left, right, left, right, left, right, and you just have $37,500. What happens if it cascades to 1,000 level? You are earning $375,000, and perhaps you could have just as brought only two persons, and those people are bulldozers. They are combing, they are sharing with organizations, doing a lot of things, and you just see $375. Guys, multiply $375 by about one. Let's even use 1,386 because one of the things we did this was 1,386 as of this evening, some 190, but just even use 1,380. You are talking about over $500,000 naira. $500,000 naira. If this was happening to you every single day, and you wake up and you say $500,000 naira, will you be angry? I definitely will not. But that's what OlyLife is doing. Now, that is because it's on a $1,000 product sales. What if we scale this to $2,000? Now, rather than 375, it goes to 750. Now, imagine if it's going that way. What if it was 6,000 products? Somebody buys on the left, somebody buys on the right. It's balancing those volume, and you're earning 2,260. We are not talking about the personal bonus. We are not talking about the upline bonus. We are not talking about other bonuses. All of these are accruing. Then we go to the next one, which is the group sale bonus. This is mind blowing because as you are making the sales, remember, activities are happening on the left, activities are happening on the right, and the volumes are never flush. That's the beautiful thing, because sometimes one leg can be powered and the other leg is still there. The system says no, there is no flushing, there is no auto ship. Any day the corresponding volume there happens, we will match it and you are going to earn. So if you are a $1,000 product investor into your product, you earn 11%. And that is capped up to $1,000 per day. So it means as things are balancing from the weaker leg, you can earn up to $1,000 per day. Just on this bonus alone, the group bonus, sales are happening all over. We are not adding the other ones. If you're a $2,000 product investor, you earn 12%, which is $2,000 per day. And if you are a $6,000 investor, interestingly, they allow you to now upgrade because you can buy additional products so that you don't miss all of this. I'll show you how you can even do this. Let's take an example here. On your left, you have a large volume of 20,000 PVs. And on your right, you have 15,000 PVs. Now, and you are a P4, means you bought $2,000 worth of product. Remember, that is 12%. Now, if you multiply 12% by the weaker volume, okay, that you have, that will give you $1,800 in bonus. And as a $2,000, you are supposed to be maxed at 2,000 per day. You are almost maxing out 2,000 per day. So what does that tell you? Upgrade to the 6,000, buy more products, because even this commission, if you do that for about 3 days, you've already gotten the money to upgrade yourself to more products so that you increase your earning. And this is one that I saw, Leader Paul. Now, if you look at the dates, the dates as of last month, June 2026, you are seeing him is maxing out $7,000 per day. Guys, for some of us, if the entire compensation plan is giving you $7,000 per day, you don't make up. But somebody is hitting $7,000 per day, not on the 6 compensation plan, on just one, the one I just talked about now. 7,000 per day. He's in this business in less than 2 years. Less than 2 years, guys. Now you understand when I say 500 millionaires are being created. Even if this is what you are getting, tell me if it doesn't make sense to you. So then we have the coaching bonus, which is a follow-up on the group bonus, because you can become, in fact, this can become your biggest source of income if you sponsor strong builders. So not just, let the pay me, I won't just buy a device. There are people who are driven. There are people who are builders. You can earn massively with this because the system is paying you even if you are not earning from the binary. But you are leveraging on your team's strengths. You are leveraging on your team's success. So this is ideal for recruiters, for leaders, for influencers who want to monetize their downlines volume. Now, how is that working? Now, as your people are earning, your leaders are earning from that global bonus pool. You are also earning from them. So you are earning 10%. If you are the $1,000 investment product pack, you are earning 10%. Okay, your first level. You earn 5%, your second level. You earn 5%, your third level of whatsoever they earn. If you are a 2,000 product investor, you go 4 levels deep. So you now earn that level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But if you are the $6,000, you lock up all 6. Guys, these are real residual. What does that mean? As they are earning, you are earning. So let's say each of your leader makes $10,000 and you are 10 of them and you're just earning 10% tithe. So whether you are called or not, with this system, you have a call, and that call is to collect. The system pays you 10% from it. Think about that. This is super amazing. Then finally is the global pool. This is becoming a shareholder of OlyLife. OlyLife is putting out 5% of its company's annual revenue to be shared among people. Now, remember, if a company is beginning to do almost $1 billion in a year, $1 billion dollars in a year, and 5% of that is pooled, don't you think that is going to be amazing? But there are qualification requirements, terms and conditions apply. Just have 10,000 PV on your left, 10,000 PV on your right. I didn't say 10,000 people because one person can probably buy product worth $10,000, 10,000 PVs. It's the PVs, not the people. Please understand that. And once qualified, you are eligible every year. Now, the only requirement for you to be collecting this pool every year is just sponsor one new person in one full year. In one full year, sponsor one person. Listen, even if nothing, you rebuy the product yourself. 1,000, use 1,000, I buy the product, and probably I'm going to earn more than that. That is just an amazing system. So, for simplicity's sake, you achieve once, and you are earning this for life. As an M1, just have 10,000 PV on your left, 10,000 PV on your right. Now, I didn't say 10,000 people. Like I just said, today, one person bought 3 products worth $3,000. Okay, in fact, 3,000, about 3,000 something. Okay, bought the P90 Plus, bought the G1. I was calling it G wagon for him, and the shaking massager. Already, that is more like a $3,000 product. So it means 750 times three. You see, it is not 7 people, 3 people. It is one person that has created that volume times three. So it can be reduced. But let's even say we are going with the narrative of I have 14 people on my left, 14 people on my right who buy $1,000 worth of product, multiply the PVs, you are qualified for M1. But who says they must be 14? What if the person, the 14, or rather than 14, one person bought 2,000, 7 people bought $2,000 worth of product. So you have reduced the number, but you are still meeting the same volume. So once you have 10,000 PV on your left, 10,000 PV on your right, you are an M1. You have one share. If you have 100,000 PV on your left, 100,000 PV on your right, someone said, hey, where I won't get that one. No, remember, one person can buy multiple products, and the spillovers are counting for you from everything. Remember, everybody's sales goes to the left. At least it's dropping to the bottom. It's dropping to the bottom. Everything is accumulating and also counting for you. So with a 10,000 PV, you're an M2. And in Nigeria today, we have 2 amazing leaders, Coach Rufus Etim and Dr. Nono and husband, who are amazing M2 partners, and they have qualified for their 2 shares. The M3, you need 500,000 PV left, right, and you are qualified for 4 shares. M4, which we have amazing guy that I've met a few times. I've interacted with him. I can't wait to meet him. Leader Sam. But the guy is just simply amazing, down to earth. He's an M4. He's in Ghana. And when we spoke, he said, look, I used to work in the bank and all of this, but imagine somebody becoming an M4, seeing 1 million PV on the left. So imagine 1,334, this on the left, one on the right, and he's getting 10 shares per year. Then we have the M5, the M6, the M7. And like I said, Leader Paul has just been in this business for less than 2 years, and it's an M6. And we're having the M7, who is already earned, who has earned over $6 million. The highest rank in Africa is from Cote d'Ivoire, and M5, and he has earned over $2 million in just under 4 years. $2 million. Guys, it tells you this thing is democratized. Anybody who sees it, I'm willing to run. And we are just opening Africa. It's not even yet in Africa. Okay, people are just beginning to share the story, the narrative, and the result. Listen, this is huge. And that's why, in closing, before I bring up my super leader, I like to say this. Listen, some people are saying, I hope it will not work. It will work. I hope it will not happen like what had happened before. There are different things we'll be talking about as we progress. But you see, don't let your fear stop you. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. We're all treasure seekers. We're all treasure seekers. And there is treasure in this cave. In 3 years, over 500 millionaires have been created. Don't you think this cave holds enough treasure to get to you? And yet, they are only just beginning. So it's my hope and my desire that you join this treasure hunt. But what's the next thing? Somebody invited you, you're a guest on this call. Thank you for taking time out to join and spend about 1 hour with us. Please get back to the person who shared this with you. Perhaps you are watching the replay. Get back to the person who shared this with you so they can get you started on our cutting edge devices. So on behalf of the team, I want to say thank you very much for being a part of tonight's webinar. My name is Solomon James, and God bless you. If you do have any question, I'll be turning this up back right now to our amazing leader, Leader Talatu. who will be answering any question. Please, you can raise up your hand if you have any question or you have any comment or anything of sort. We will address that and help you out. So, Leader Talatu, please. I bring now. Please, people don't know this lady. She is a tsunami. She's a powerhouse, and I truly am excited to be partnering with you. I mean, there's an energy you carry, and I'm seeking how to tap into that energy. I don't know whether it's a PMF energy or terahertz energy, but your energy is energizing my energy, and I'm super excited to be working with you on this project. Ladies and gentlemen, Leader Talatu Boy.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Thank you very much. What a presentation. Honestly, it's just like I'm just seeing this OlyLife presentation for the first time. You know what they say? When something enters the right hand, it takes a different shape entirely. This evening has been awesome, and I'm so excited we are doing this. Thank you, everybody, for joining the Zoom presentation tonight. Thank you, Zimama, for bringing me to this beautiful business. Zimama is my upline. I want to appreciate her and the support she has been giving me. Honestly, Pastor Solomon James, you're a gift to our time and generation. I pity those who are in this business and are still taking their time. Timing is key, very important. Sometimes I speak with so much passion and I feel like entering people's heads to open their eyes to see the possibility. There's what we call decide to decide. Yes, some have decided to join the business, but they have not really decided to move and grow their business and do the simple things. Simple things like share the link, get others on the call to see. Now we're taking off the burden and the challenge of how to explain the business to people. And somebody is sitting down for hours, for days. I know how many days when I told him about the business and he said, no, I don't want to rush into something. I'm taking my time. The day he said yes to me, it was, for me, when they say game over, these comedians, for me, it was like a game over, unanswered prayers. And I'm grateful to be doing this business with you, sir. You've been a great blessing to me and to many others. It is my prayers that many people will see the beauty of the system and leverage on your time, your experience, your leadership, your teaching, and your willingness to help people grow. I just pray they'll open their eyes to see that this is the right time for them. The country is in a mess right now. We don't know what lies ahead. But hey, anything you can do, do it well. It may be your saving grace for tomorrow. What if you can help people stay out of pain? So much to do with this system. Let's make the best of it. I'm super excited. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But as for me, Leader Solomon James, Z Mama, and the rest of the team, we are on the move for something massive, and nothing will stop us. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sir.
That's from my super leader. Always excited to hear you talk. You're always an inspiration. Thank you. And Z of the Mama of Africa, thank you so very much. She's always so lively and full with so much energy. Z Mama is on the call, so let's have our super sponsor, Z Mama. But before Z Mama speaks, please be reminded and be placed on notice. Starting next week, Monday, we will be having a 90-day run. It will be a crazy there's that temple game run that you run again. What we'll be doing, because we would have started yesterday, but I mean, all the assets were not ready. The assets are ready right now. So I'm pre-informing you so that you know that if you want to play and run, we can crush the M1, M2 in another 3-6 months. Guys, three. I know what it's looking like in my head, but I'm looking for people who want to lock on with their leaders, connect to the person that invited you, and let them know I want to be part of this run, and let's run tempo, run as fast as possible. Now, to that effect, tomorrow we'll be having another webinar. Listen, see, we are not posting it tomorrow. The energy, we've got to sustain this momentum. Just like Leader Talatu said, just get the invite out. It's the same link. This link is not changing. It's a customized link for our Holy Tribe family. So tomorrow, Wednesday, you might be busy. You want to make sure you join the next one. You have listened today. How many people will you want to listen to what you've just had today? Get them on the call. You may not know how to talk to them. Let them listen, and they might want to be a part of your own Holy Life family tribe. Okay, so that is what is cooking. More details will be coming on our various group, and make sure you are also logged into the various groups. We have different groups. Plug in and pay attention to what is happening there. But with that, I turn it to our super upline and support team, Zimama of Africa, Zenabadamo.
Wow, wow, wow. Uh, I can't even express how I feel. My heart is filled with joy just to be doing this with our chairman, as we fondly call you, sir. I said before, borrow me this brain. This brain is too much for just one person. It's like I'm seeing this for the first time. Oh God, this is super, super wonderful. We are privileged to have you, sir. We are grateful because the value you give is priceless. And anybody who understands this knows that this is the truth. How much can we say thank you, sir? Leader Talatu, you are wonderful. You are just giving your sacrifices by the grace of God. All of us together, as we start this journey, we are going to have the cause to glorify God's name because it's about touching lives. What do you feel, or how will you feel? You are that contact person to somebody who has been suffering, who has been paying money, hard earned money, but no results. How will it be you are that person who finally lent a helping hand to somebody who has been trying to set up a business or who has been in public service like myself? Just a brief talk. For me, I never knew how, but I've been in public service now this 19 years. And since the last 19 years of my life, I have been trying different things to make life better for me and my family. I didn't know how. I've rented shop, physical shop, sold rice, sold groundnut oil. My husband kept complaining, you are working. What do you need this for? Are you paying school fee for me? I say, but this is not the life I want. I was introduced into network marketing. I tried to do it. To cut the long story short, tonight, I want to say this from the bottom of my heart that this is it. For the first time in 19 years that I've been trying out how to get the kind of life that I've been desiring for, OlyLife just presented it to me. How do I explain that a business I reluctantly signed up to? I didn't even sign up to it. I was signed up by Dr. Nono. I didn't give 1 naira because I didn't even have money for it. And that is the truth. 30th of October how many months down the line. I didn't do it in the first month to just establish that I didn't plan to do this business. I wanted to attach it to my original business that I'm known with. I gave my username as awesomeness, not Zimama that I'm known for. Just imagine. But today, I have earned over $10,000. If I say over $10,000, that means it's not less than $10,000, right? Just check it as a public servant. If you divide this, we are just starting June. That means I've earned about 2 million naira monthly in Nigeria today. What kind of job? Where are you working that your paycheck will be 2 million naira monthly? And we are just starting. In short, you have not started. How do I even begin to express my happiness? The people that have been having health issues, that have been the contact person to be of help to them. That one is priceless, of course, you know. Do you know how people go to their bedrooms and they don't sleep? Have you experienced people who have not had their life back since the last 12, 15 years? I have my personal experience. That is for another day. And when that happened, I hit my chest to say, if this machine does not work, return it to me and you will get your money back. And that is what we have in our hands. I've sold so many machines just by giving somebody to check. They say, no, Zimam, I'm not returning it. I'm sending you money. Give me account number. I say, no, it's not like that. As I'm talking to you, the one I gave to my madam, she has refused to send it back. She said, Zimama, give me that machine. Let me use it for 2 days and return. I just gave her. Now, I don't have any machine with me. After that, she was talking to me this evening. I said, okay, I will sort, but right now I don't have any. She said, no, she will not return it. Her mother used it and slept like a baby. She can't take it back from her. I took machine to somebody who went to spent almost 30 million on cancer. He almost lost his legs. They have written him off that he could not walk again. He cannot walk again. Guess what? I took machine to him. He placed his legs on feet on the machine. And he told me, Zimama, because I know the wife. Machine. How much is it? And the person who told him before I came said it's 1.9. The man did not even ask. I had to go and because it wasn't my machine, it was somebody's own. That was how he said, give me your account number. It was the Lato's number I even gave. And he wired the money instantly. And the next day, he said he wanted to see me again. I say, I hope no problem. He say, do you know that I sent that picture of machine to the hospital that treated me in Abuja? That is a foreign hospital, something like that. That they approved that machine for him. That he should stop using the therapist, the physiotherapist coming, that will serve him. So I can go on and on. Let me not keep you for so long, but please, it will be criminal not to tell somebody this, honestly speaking. So we have been liberated finally. Finally, we have been liberated. Thank you very much for your time. God bless every one of us. God bless the movement. Thank you, everyone, for your time, and have a wonderful night. Tomorrow we'll do it again. God bless you.
All right, and that was the voice of Mrs. Zainab Adamo, aka Z Mama of Africa. Thank you very much for your inspiring share, and we look forward. Just like you said, we go again tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is another day. Get your people on this call. Something is brewing. Lock on this moving train. because it will take you to your desired destination. With that being said, my name is Solomon James. Do have an exceptional night rest and God bless you. And bye bye.